11-0 these playoffs in non-game threes.
Whew. That's good.
It's odd, but it's also true.
Meanwhile, why the Ravens are the most complete team in the AFC. We discussed, but right now, of course, it's time for the most motivational segment in all of the sports. Also a time when we read some viewer mail. Sometimes Gianna prints out some YouTube comments, and then sometimes I make them up. Today, Christina went to the post office for a real letter from a real family, I think. Dear Wilds, love the show. Oh, thanks. As a father, I appreciated John Haliburton's return to Gamebridge Fieldhouse.
Yes, me too.
Like Brew, I didn't love the towel. Please advise. Cheers, Don. Ryan and Brian's father. Well, Don, like you, we all on the show thought it was a little bit odd that he brought his towel back, since was kind of a throwback to when he was in Giannis's face. So here he was in the suite with his towel. We don't have the original video of him throwing the towel at Giannis, but we did come up with something that maybe next time around for something special Cowboy Brew towel you can get up there, Bruce. So we have
I like that.
We also have.
I'm gonna use this in the segment.
Yeah, we also have this one. It's also
that one's even better.
Wow.
Each one. So if you want to get up there, we're going to send these directly to John.
I like
And he's going to say, what in the world is a cowboy hat?
And if there's any Pacer fan that's in town for the game, can get to our studio in the next 45 minutes, we'll give you one of these to wave it in.
Both of them.
That
You got
one
both
guy,
of them.
Don't do it. It's only that one guy that got hit with garbage. Thank you. These are, of course, available. Gianna, where are these available? On the YouTube page?
No,
subscribe to the YouTube for a chance to win this towel.
You can't say something like that. Now she has to actually send one to a subscriber.
Gianna, you're going to have to send this to a subscriber. We're on the march to 1 million subscribers.
It'll work.
One towel
That's
at a
great.
time.
That
It's
looks
all
awesome.
Christina
Yeah.
and the Postmaster General.
All right, well, let's get to it. This week, high on motivation.
Oh, great.
Straight motivation. The number one is under some duress, but the other two, straight motivation. SGA. Obviously, it's just motivation. Congratulations. Great job this entire season, winning your first MVP. Now, it's just about you completing the job, and that, of course, is winning the championship first and foremost. But if you do that, my goodness, he puts himself in some rarefied air. Let's see what he would do. First of all, you could become the first player in the last 10 years, since 2015, Steph Curry, to win the scoring title, win the MVP and the NBA championship in the same season. Think about that. Jokic, for all his MVPs, hasn't done it. Giannis, 2 MVPs, hasn't done it. And look at the guys that have. I mean, that's straight. That's not just Hall of Fame. Those are legendary players. Wow. And so this is the company you can put yourself in, SGA. All right, secondly, you can become the youngest team, you leading the youngest team to a championship since the 1977 Portland Trail Blazers, led by the legendary Bill Walton. Yep. You can do what 3 legends, and I'm not using that word lightly, legends, Kevin Durant, Russell Westbrook, and James Harden failed to do. And they failed to do it together. Yeah. They all were trying together, and they could not lead OKC to a championship. You can do that. You can forever, and this means a lot, forever get that monkey off your back of, well, yeah, he's great, but can he win a title? Like, you get that off your back. You are playing, I know you want more, and you should, but you're playing with house money once you get that first ring, especially as a guard. As a 6'6" guard, you're definitely doing that. All right, here's the other thing, Nick. You're gonna be shocked by this one. You could become the 6th player ever and the 4th player since 1950. Since 1950 to lead the NBA in scoring and win the championship in the same year. Shaq, Jordan 6 times, Kareem. Because the conventional wisdom used to be You can't lead the league in scoring and win the championship. Like Larry Bird, as great a scorer as he was,
and
never led the
really,
league
other than Jordan, you can't. I mean, like that's one of the things that made Jordan unique and special.
Yeah, exactly. He changed the conventional wisdom in that. And SGA,
well, every time, yeah.
SGA, I mean, look at that.
Yeah.
Like, this is what we're talking about.
Join that.
Yeah,
list.
I mean, so SGA, man, I believe in you. You're my vote for MVP, rightly so, and go out there and get it done. All right, at number 2, I'm motivating the other side.
Okay.
Knocktown! Knocktown! Tyrese Haliburton is, again, straight motivation. Close the Knicks out tonight. I'm in New York. I'm walking to the train station after the show, so maybe I'll catch a little flack for this. But close them out! All right? Close the Knicks out. Because, and I know this isn't at the top of your list of things to do or accomplishments you want to get, but this will seal you. It probably already has, but you will seal yourself if you needed to as the Reggie Miller of this generation. Not just, Reggie Miller player, but the Knicks killer. Like, you probably are already viewed as the Knicks killer. You passed Trae Young in that regard.
I was going to say, bad beat for Trae Young.
Trae was in there, but you've taken that. But you can do it tonight. And get this, guys. The Pacers have eliminated the Knicks from the playoffs 4 times in the Garden.
That's interesting.
4 times in the Garden. And so you go there, do that tonight, you are definitely the Knicks player. The other thing is this, Nick. He's not there yet. He's obviously very early in his career. He could be a Hall of Fame point guard.
Well, yeah.
All-time great point guard. And I'm not talking Magic Johnson, but he can be an all-time great point guard. He scores enough. He's a great facilitator, runs the offense. If he led, Indiana to the finals, first of all, that's as far as they've ever been. If you lead them to a championship, then you obviously solidify yourself. But this is the beginning of his march toward where is he gonna be a historically great player?
So I know this Budless isn't usually time for questions, but real quick before you move on. If they win the championship, and if they were to, is he the greatest Pacer ever?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's Reggie right now.
And agreed.
Yes.
Yeah, that's what. Okay.
Absolutely.
That's
no
what
question.
Okay.
To your delight, yes. All right, Tyrese, baby. I believe in you. Knocktown! All right, at number 1. It's my hometown if you didn't.
Oh, yeah.
Knocktown.
One of several.
Tom Thibodeau. Tibbs, I think you are a great coach. All right, and look, you have been out-coached in this series. But Rick Carlisle's a great coach. He out-coached Eric Spoelstra in winning his championship, had LeBron confused and all that. So that's no shame to be, out-coached by Rick Carlisle. And I know I was saying earlier in the season, if the Knicks have a disappointing postseason run, a failed postseason run, they should look at a new coach. Wasn't because Tibbs isn't a great coach, but just you need a new voice. I no longer believe that. I think you should be back no matter what happens. I don't care if you get beat by 40 tonight. You should be back next year as the head coach. But will Knicks fans feel that way?
I think so, right?
There's already seems like a little chatter out there and people criticizing Tibbs. We know the usual reasons, doesn't play his bench and so on and so forth. I would say this to Tibbs, though, because you are going to catch heat from the fan base if you lose tonight. Again, losing again to the Pacers at home, being eliminated by them, at least push it to a 6th game, get beat in Indiana. You push it to 7 now, you could lose at home again, but still getting to a 7th game or having a chance to win it. You need to win the night. And these are 2 things I try to give Tibbs. I know he knows more basketball than me. But when I look at the Knicks team, this is what I think they should look at when they sit down as a coaching staff. How can we get better? I think their offense has got to become more ball movement and player movement. You see the Pacers have a ton of ball and player movement. Guess who else does? The Golden State Warriors, who tend to play above their talent level as well. The Knicks, I think OG and Mikal Bridges and obviously Cat can score. And so I just think Brunson at 24 points and 9 assists or something and more ball movement, I think they'd be a better team and could maybe win a championship. And I also think it showed in this series, Nick, you can play the bench. Like Shamit, nobody's expecting him to be an all-star, but he can get some minutes. DeLon Wright, and next year you might have different players on the bench, but you got to play deeper. The Knicks starting five has played like 700 more minutes than the next five group of any team at this point. And so they're worn out. Yep. So those are legitimate criticisms of Tibbs that I think they should work on this offseason. But Tibbs, I believe in you.
So far, that was motivational.
Great. Budless as always.
It's time now, whether you like it or not, for the Sports Media Ombudsman. 4:13 on Thursday. What?
Why is this the one thing we do that you say whether you like it or not?
Because he's a knot.
I never thought about it.
It doesn't seem nice.
But I'm just telling the audience that they
it's
don't.
Coming around, right?
Yeah, it's scheduled. It's like a train.
Same with Weird and Wonderful.
We got no choice.
You never be like, hey, now time, whether you like it or not, for your double dose daily of Weird and Wonderful.
I don't know. I think people like it.
Okay. Listen.
You're not the verdict's out on the Sports Media.
I considered aborting today's scheduled Weird and Wonderful after I got a second listen to Mike Breen poo-pooing my brilliant idea.
He did.
But I decided Breen's too much of a legend and too beloved to put him on the Sports Media Ombudsman's list. So here's the deal, bro. I see a lot of folks are about to make the same mistake that they have made each of the last few years, which is declare the team that wins this championship the team that is going to win all the championships.
Yeah.
Let's ripped from the headlines after Giannis wins the title. So I'm putting NBA media too quick to crown dynasties on the Bud list. Let's see what people were saying when Giannis won his first title. Why Giannis Antetokounmpo? The Milwaukee Bucks believe they can be the NBA's next great dynasty.